Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, I'm so grateful. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, got to turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey, man. Got a radio show. How good is God, huh? Think about it. Just take a slight inventory of your own life and say it to yourself when you get through. How good is God, huh? Think of all the small things. All this, because that's him. You breathing, that's him. You still here, that's him. You got another chance, that's him. You ain't out of here, that's him. You got any measure of health, that's him. You think there's more to it than it really is, than it already showed up to be, that's him. All of that. You got any dreams or aspirations? You dream of other things? That's him. All that, that's him. That's him. Them clothes you got, that's him. Every time you eat, that's why they had this thing called You Say Your Grace. That's him. See, that's him, man. That's him. It's amazing when you take small inventory, how you find out how big God really is in your life. Now, the more you turn yourself over to him, the bigger he can be for you. See, he'll only be as big as you let him. It's one thing about God now, he's a gentleman. He can make you do anything. You know, you get too big for him, you know, you lose your humbleness. He can humble you now. God created man with the power of choice. We're the only creature he created that he gave us the total power of choice. When we mate, who we mate with, you know, everything, all of it, man. It's a choice. What we want to be, how much we want to make, where we want to live, what climate we want to live in. We can live in cold climates, hot climates. You know, we speak different languages. You can go learn another language. A bear can't do nothing but be a bear. He can't go learn how to be a fox. He can't go learn how to be an otter. He just can't. An ostrich is an ostrich, man. He can't come out here and fight like a lion. A lion is a lion. A lion eat meat. He can't eat vegetables. I don't care how much meat ain't around. He'll lay down and pull up out of here and die because he can't eat grass. He's just a lion, man. You understand this? That God gave us. We are the one creature he created that has total power of choice. You can make every decision in your life. What kind of watch you like? That's the one you can buy. You want to live in Switzerland? Go ahead. You don't like Switzerland? You can move to Miami. You want to live your life of crime? Go ahead. That's you. He gave you the power of choice. You want to do right? Come on. So now, look at this thing. We are all the results of a series of decisions that we have made. If we could just identify that the problem is us, we could begin the solution. See, that's the problem, y'all. It's us. It's what we do. I threw my life down the hill. I can't tell you how many years based on some decisions that I was making. Now, I can justify my decision when I wasn't happy and I was doing this and I was in misery and y'all on there. Yeah, yes, Steve, when you get through, you made the decisions, though. Hey, you can look at this any way you want to, y'all, but at the end of the day, I'm just talking to people that's really, really wanting to improve their position in life. And how do you do that? You got to have a solution. How do you come up with a solution? You got to identify the problem to even begin to solve it. But if the problem ain't ever you, how you going to solve something that ain't you? See, okay, let me look at it this way. If somebody say, like, I got a child of mine, man, I just do right here, man. I don't even want to get into it this morning. Boy, I'm struggling with this boy. But, man, you go to people, you ask them why they do something. I just wasn't taking care of business. Why? I just didn't take care of business. Boy, do you understand that your life is going to be filled with you got to take care of business? So when you going to start? You know, man, you can't go through life blaming everybody. It's got to be you. See, you can fix you. You can't fix nobody else. If you keep getting married and the marriages don't work, hello. Could it be you? See, I finally had to sit down and just make that decision. Ain't no need of me coming on the radio talking about nobody else and what they did to me and y'all just don't know. No, man. What about the part you played in it? Because, see, if you got a good marriage, you got a part to play in that. If you got a bad one, you got a part to play in that. Even if it just get down to you the one picked them. How about that, Mr. I made a decision? The problem is usually within yourself. Do you know that's the quickest and easy way to fix your life? That way you ain't got to check with nobody. Here's the beauty of going on and admitting that it's you. You don't have to check or clear it with nobody to start the repair process. You don't need anybody's permission. You ain't got to put it before the review board to see if it'll pass. It ain't got to go through Congress. You ain't got to hope that your local politician get their hands on it and make a phone call for you. You ain't got to ask any counselors to come in and sit with you. You don't have to check into rehab. All you got to do is decide. The problem is me. I'm going to start changing me. Identify the problem and start with the part that you can own up to. Once you identify the problem, you can start planning on how to fix it or how to get to accomplishing something. But remember this, planning is important. If you fail to plan, then please plan to fail. If you don't know how to make a plan, let's just start with the basics. Just make a list of what you want. Make this list and then go to God in prayer with an open mind. And open your mind up to all the clean opportunities that are available. Here's why a lot of people won't succeed. Because certain opportunities come along, you don't want to do them. That kills me, man, when I hear people. I ain't doing that. I know young comedians that come to me all the time talking about, man, what you know? I said, man, just take every gig you can. No matter what it pay. Well, listen to me, son. You can go make that money that it pay, or you can make the decision to sit at home and make no money. It's comedy a hard business. They ain't paying but $100. You got to drive 50 miles. But if you drive 50 miles and you make the 100 and you stand on that stage for 30 minutes, you are now 30 minutes better than you was the last time you went on stage. Oh, man, man, they don't pay me. I ain't coming. You ain't finna be a comedian, man. Not like this here. A lot of people just don't want to do what's necessary to do. So when the opportunity presents itself and you open up your mind to it, man, then get ready to go on and do it, man. Identify your problem today. Start with the part that's you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Please don't miss this train at the station. Cause if you miss it, I feel sorry for you. Oh, people all over the world, come on, join hands, yeah, for the love train. Love train. Yep, that's what we're gonna do today. It's a love train. Different version of it, but you know. Okay. So all I had today, just start in the middle and end in the middle. Okay, sit up. I forgot. Yeah. Sit up in your seat, Steve. We're doing the radio show on Zoom. Okay. It won't matter as the day wears on. Good morning, Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve Harvey.
Carla Farrell.
Good morning. What's up, Steve? What's up, crew?
What's up, Junior?
Morning, Unc. Best mentor I know. What's happening, family?
Ain't nothing with it, nephew Tommy.
Yay. Back in the building.
Nephew.
Just as a side note, Mississippi Monica.
What up? Good morning.
Jesus.
Hey, Unc, you want to break it to Tommy, what Jay said about him? You want to break that to him?
Oh, yeah.
They said something about me?
Junior up the gate.
What Jay said about
I forgot all about it.
And then, Tommy, you got a birthday story. You got
First
to
of
me?
all,
What did Jay say about me?
No, I think we ought to just let that go. Listen to your birthday story. Happy belated birthday.
No,
Jay.
hell to the no. I want to hear what Jay said about me.
No, man, I don't think we ought to do that.
So
Because
Mr.
Jay,
Team Tommy talking about me when I'm gone?
yeah,
That what y'all
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
I'm talking about
Team
jumped
Tommy.
on it early.
Yeah.
First
Matter of fact, it was this break.
Yeah, it was out the gate. It was out the
Out
gate.
the gate?
Yeah.
It was out the
Yeah,
gate.
man.
Okay. So somebody want to enlighten me, please? Tell me what Jay said.
Hey, it wasn't that time.
It
Well,
wasn't
You just brought it up, Junior.
Yeah,
You sure did, Junior.
But can I just say this, Tommy, before we get started, though, we love you, and your uncle's brilliant.
Okay. Somebody gonna put the puzzle together. I need to hear all that.
All right, well, Junior is going to be Jay, and I'm going to be me. And this is how it went. You know, I said, yeah, man, Tommy out having a birthday. Went out in the woods or something for his birthday, I think.
Then he said, well, I just got a question. I just want to know, just a little joke. I don't really want to do the joke, but I ain't gonna do it because y'all gonna tell you.
Well, hold on, Team Tommy. You don't want to do the joke?
No. Okay, well then, I'm going.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
Didn't have to twist his arm, don't look like.
Oh, hell no. Matter of fact, we'll do it when we come back after the break.
Yeah, and Junior, you forgot a very important part.
Yeah, we're going to go over that on the commercial break so
break.
Junior don't leave nothing out.
No.
All right,
Get the story straight.
we come back. Junior's going to redo the joke.
Remember, Tommy, Junior bought this up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
see.
remember that. And remember, we love you, Tommy, and your uncle's brilliant, okay?
Yeah, I don't know how all this go together, but okay.
All right. We'll be back at 32 minutes after the hour with the Tommy birthday joke right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Before we went to break, remember yesterday was Tommy's birthday, and for his birthday, Tommy, J. Anthony Brown, was here, and he told this joke. Junior, take it away. We weren't going to mention it, but somehow Junior
And Jay
remembered.
is off today.
Yeah.
How convenient. Jay.
Yeah.
Junior brought it up, and for some kind of reason, Uncle Steve is brilliant. So
he's
that's
brilliant.
all I got right now.
Yeah, and we love you. Don't forget that part. We love
I
you.
don't want to hear about this love because I
love
don't
you.
think that's going to
What's
register.
love got to
pretty
do
soon.
with it?
Whoa, what's love got to do? Got
Every
to
time
do
it's
with
a
it.
song.
So Jay decides he's going to do the joke, but he said on the first part of it, I'm just going to set it up, and I'm going to see
No,
if
set it
Uncle
up,
Steve-
set it up.
Okay,
No,
so
start over.
Okay, so Jay say, I want to do the joke, but y'all gonna tell him, so I don't really want to.
No, man, we ain't gonna tell him.
we're
Come
not
on,
gonna
Jay,
tell him.
Jay, I ain't gonna
Never
tell
do
him,
that.
man.
I'm gonna do the first part, then I'm gonna see if Uncle Steve can catch it.
Oh,
Okay,
said.
all right,
That's
ready?
accurate.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right, here we go.
Okay.
What kind of cake is nephew Tommy celebrating with?
Shortcake.
Is this the brilliant part, Shirley?
But he really
Tommy.
got it out.
Is this the brilliant?
Yeah, he was rapid fire. He was quick.
It was that quick.
Get it off quicker than that.
Yeah, he didn't even get it out hardly.
He got it right away.
And that threw the morning crew into hysteria.
Yeah.
So then Jay got concerned,
Yeah.
Team Tommy, because we were saying we gonna tell it.
Just want you to know what the president did.
My partner in crime. He done threw one on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Why
Okay.
you so-
I don't know how he thought I'd get it just like that.
He knew
I
who to
didn't
go
waste
to.
no time.
But how was your birthday, Tommy? What happened? What'd you do?
It was good. It was good. My family, they decided, my wife and my kids decided they wanted to go run with me.
Oh, because you run every day.
Yesterday morning, because I run every morning. So they decided they going to run with me. I said, all right, cool. I said, it's a 3-mile loop, so let's, I'm thinking to myself, all right, they not going to run a whole 3 miles. We might get a mile and a half out of it.
Okay.
We start running from the starting point. A quarter of a mile, we done stop. Now we just walking. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Now Jackie talking about, I got to pee. And I'm like, are you serious? We at the park. All right. Then we run a little more. I said, with some bathrooms further down there. I'm not sure if they open because of COVID-19. I said, but we'll see. How far is that? I said, I don't know, but where we at right now, it ain't nothing we could do. So then we get a little further. Jordan like, I need some water. I was like, we just started. I know, but it's hot, Dad. I need some water. We done got another half a mile down. Here comes Sydney. I got a stone in my shoe and a blister, I think. I'm like, ain't no way in hell we finna get around 3 miles. There's no way possible.
We should go to the house.
So then about a mile into it, then Jordan, I got to pee now. I say, now you, I can get you. I can take you to pee. Come on. So I got him straight. Jackie come back. Well, everybody can't do that. What about me? We gonna have to finish the run, baby. Then we get 2 miles in. She say, it done went away. I'm good now. I'm good. We get almost back to the 3 mile point. I got to pee again. I can't hold it no more. This is y'all last time at the park with Daddy. This is it.
But they wanted to have a family day to celebrate with you, right?
They wanted to do a birthday run in the park with Daddy that turned into a walk, can't
How
pee.
much longer did it take for you, Tommy, to do your run?
Steve, when they got through, I put them in the car. And we came in 2 different cars. I put them in the car, and finally I ran my 3 miles. I went back around.
So you did 6 actually on your birthday.
Yes.
You were sick of them.
Oh, my God. Got home late in
I got
the
a
evening.
stone in my shoe. I think I got a blister.
Blister, Daddy.
Sydney said, I ain't running no damn more. I feel something.
But then look, Steve, Jordan runs out of water. Sydney don't want to share her water with Jordan. You drunk your ass too fast. You drunk your ass too fast. I'm like, what? If it's survival, this your brother. You got to give him some water. He gonna be all right when we get back to where we going. He gonna be.
You drank yours too
She
fast.
didn't give my brother a sip of water.
The family run.
With the miles.
Oh, man.
Keep it up with the miles.
Yeah.
Keep it up
Miles with the
miles.
miles.
Miles
Man.
with the miles. I like that, Carla. Miles with the miles.
Carla, last night, I well, not about 6 o'clock last night, I passed through the kitchen, get me some water, and he in there. Hey, Daddy, how do you boil an egg? I think I might have made a little bit of mistake. I said, what are you doing on the stove? You ain't supposed to be on the stove. No. I put it in the microwave. I said, what? I said, how many minutes? 2.5. I said, I don't even want to see it. I said, but your mama gonna kill you. You better clean it up. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
I thought you could cook an. Never mind.
Wow.
You gotta put it. You may have to put it in some water.
Here we go.
Inside
Here we go. Hey,
Inside
Tommy, how old is Jordan?
He 8.
Here we go. Shirley got the cooking skills of an 8-year-old. I thought you could put an egg in there for 2.5. Okay.
I thought I've seen that on TV before. Of course, I've never tried that. But
Well, Shirley, go on in there this
Silly
morning
me.
and put one in the microwave. 2.5 minutes.
no, that's okay.
And see what happens.
But a raw egg out the refrigerator, Shirley.
Yeah.
Microwave for 2
Was it a mess in there, Tommy? Jordan's my hero.
Man, it was so much of a mess. And then I seen him go under the counter to get something to clean it with. I seen him coming out of there with some Windex. I said, man, I'm going on to back to bed. Your mama gonna
Ammonia
kill you.
in there, too.
Your mama gonna kill you.
So, happy birthday, Tommy. Sounds like you had
Thank
a
you.
blast. Yeah.
Yeah, me and my shortcake, we had a blast. You wait till I get to J. Anthony Brown. You wait.
But Steve, I'm telling you, Tommy, was so quick. He didn't give him a chance. He didn't even give him a chance to finish it before he had it out of his mouth.
What kind of cake Tommy celebrating with?
What'd he say, Junior? What'd he say?
What kind of cake Tommy celebrating with?
Boom. In a split second, huh?
Tommy, I couldn't get it out fast enough. But your team, though,
All
was
right, guys.
hollering.
Coming up next, nephew Tommy, the birthday boy, is here with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national coronavirus news update. Also, this is really good news in our Tell Me Something Good segment. Our girl Carla Farrell is one of the winners of the 2020 Gracie Award.
Yeah. Come on, Gracie. Come on,
Congratulations,
Gracie.
Carla. Gracie. We're
Get
going to
your
talk about
Gracie
that at the top of the hour. Give Carla her love, much deserved love. But right now, it is time for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
That ain't my brother, baby.
That's just how Junior did it yesterday.
That's what you're supposed to do, Junior. That ain't my brother, baby. That's my brother. He live here. Let's go, cat dog. That ain't my brother's baby. Don't worry about it. It's something I need to take care of. I'll talk to.
Hello?
May I speak to Terry?
This is she.
My name is Daryl. Damon is my brother. I don't live in Dallas where y'all live at. I'm the one that live out of town. But we didn't have a family meeting and talked about it. And I know Travis is your son. He 8 years old. But the problem is, the reason why I'm calling you, Terry, is because we done found out that Travis ain't none of Damon's child.
Excuse me?
Travis ain't none of Damon's child. He been paying you child support here for the last
Wait, hold on. And you said your name was who?
I'm Daryl. I'm Damon's brother.
And who gave you this information?
We all done found the information out. We actually gonna go down there to the courthouse and get all this stuff rectified. But we done found out that Travis ain't none of Damon's child. And he been sitting up here sending you money, $700-800 a month, and this child ain't even here. Now I hate for Travis to find this out, and he gonna have to find it out. But
Wait. He ain't finna find that. But why are you calling me?
look, the family done had a meeting, and I'm the one that they decided to make the phone call and tell you what's going on. Now I
No,
don't.
but you don't have a damn thing to do with this. You ain't nobody daddy over here, so I'm not sure what you're calling for or who died made you king or wanted you to be head in charge to call, but that is not gonna work out.
But why are you doing this to my brother? That's what I'm saying. For 8 years, the man been sending you $700-something a month, and this ain't even his child.
Well, why am I even talking to you? I'm not really sure. Your brother need to call me if he has any problems or questions. You have a good day. Hello?
You don't hang no damn phone up on me. Damon told me your little ass was hard-headed anyway. Now look.
Wait a minute. You know what? You got the wrong one, baby. Like, I'm trying to not lose all my religion today, but you about to make me lose it on your.
About to make me lose what?
You don't know who you with over here. So, like I said before, my son, your nephew that you try not to claim over there, I don't know why you came from wherever the hell you said you came from to Dallas to try to start some mess.
I came from California down here to Dallas, and I'm telling
you need to take your black come back to California because down here you don't know me like that.
No, I don't know you, but I'm finna know you, and Travis finna know that my brother ain't his daddy.
I don't know. You know what? You need to talk to your brother again. That's what you need to do, and you don't need to be talking to me.
You finna send us all the money my brother done sent y'all.
And when I do,
look,
when I send all that 8 years worth of money back,
you gonna send every dime back because it belonged to my brother. That ain't my brother's child. Now we ain't got time to be going on no Maury Povich show or nothing to find out who the daddy.
You know what? Like I said, you picked the wrong one. It'd be your best bet not to call me anymore. It is a good thing that you called because if you came knocking on my door, you'd have got your for today.
No, you go. That's my second thing I'm finna do if we can't rectify it over the phone. I don't have a problem coming over there, knocking down some doors and getting some questions answered. Because, damn it, this ain't Damon's baby.
Obviously, you must wish it was yours since you're taking so much interest.
No, it ain't mine. But it ain't Damon's either. And we got 700.
You must not have any and looking for some. But I'm sorry. This one's taken over here, and Damon will continue to pay what he owes.
Damon don't owe another.
That's what's wrong with you brothers now. You don't want to pay. I'm sorry. He's going to continue to pay, and you can call whoever you want to call and do whatever you want to do. So go back and tell your mama and everybody else who waiting for this meeting to let them know. It ain't happening.
Look, my mama ain't got nothing to do with it. Mama been...
You said your mama and all y'all got together. She the same way. I see where you get it from. You act just like her. Y'all some nosy people. Mind your own damn business. That's a grown man.
That ain't... My mama said it from the get-go that it wasn't her, that it wasn't Damon's child.
Nah, that means your mama's a two-faced lie because you ain't what your mama said.
You ain't finna sit here and bring my mama up in this?
Well, if you know so much, then you better come knock on my door. Come knock on my door if you want to.
We done the math. $750 times 12, then times 8 is $72,000. That's how much money my brother done sent you, and that's how much we want back. And I need you to get to working on this money now.
Okay. Why don't you come over here and get it?
Don't get your whooped today, Terry.
Come on over here, and you don't see him get that whooped. You in Dallas.
When is I don't care nothing about I'm in no Dallas.
This ain't California.
So what?
I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time talking to you. Like I said, your brother is a weak. If he got to have you, y'all had a meeting, and you got to be the one to call. I'm not really understanding.
Look, I got one more thing I need to say to you. Is you listening to me?
You know, you getting on my damn nerves. That's what you're doing.
You respect me. Are you listening to me?
You what?
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked.
Oh my.
You just got pranked by your sister Tanya, baby.
You know what?
She say, talk to her about her baby daddy and that baby.
Yeah, I don't play with the children. Oh, my God. I'm so embarrassed.
All right, let me ask you this. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It's my brother. He live here.
Doughboy.
I know, right?
Boys in the hood.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy.
There you have it. Just keeping it.
That was crazy.
Hey, I'm about being stupid at all points. That's what I'm supposed to do. Be stupid.
We
At all
know.
times.
Okay.
Ain't no
Okay, at all times. At all times.
You know, the thing about it, you can stop telling us that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're being
You got a
redundant.
lock on it. You've been nothing else. You got a lock on it.
Now, that almost felt offensive right there. Now. That didn't feel like you was really honoring me. That felt kind of that hurt a little.
Personal.
Yeah.
Personal.
Yeah, it felt personal.
That's what I wanted it to do. Yeah, I wanted that to be personal. I wanted you to own that. Make it a part of you.
I own up to it. Hey, Unc, did you know we got something we can watch on Sunday, man? Tiger Woods, Brady, and Mickelson and somebody else. They playing
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. They playing golf, man.
Oh, okay.
We got something we can look at.
No, man, I thoroughly enjoyed the dynasty thing, though, that just ended.
Oh, The Last Dance.
Oh, the Chicago Bulls.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that next hour, too.
Yeah.
See what y'all about
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Wait
And Stephen A. Smith is doing an
Say the
after
damn thing
dance.
I want to say around here. Everything on the damn.
Did you hear me? Stephen A. Smith is doing an after the dance commentary situation on. I think it's going to be on ABC. That should be interesting to hear Stephen A.'s take. But coming up, we are going to honor our girl, the one and only Carla Farrell. That's at the top of the hour in entertainment and national news. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so in today's Tell Me Something Good segment, here is some wonderful, fantastic, beautiful news, all right? We gotta say, stop everything, say congratulations to our very own Carla Farrell. That's right. Carla is the winner. She's one of the winners of the 45th Annual Gracie Awards presented by the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation. The Gracie Awards recognizes more than 100 of the most talented women in television, radio, and digital media. Congratulations, Carla.
Wow.
Thank you.
Carla. Carla Farrell in the building.
Yeah.
Accept, excuse me, ting, 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 ting. Acceptance speech, acceptance speech.
Well, thank you. Thank you to my crew. I couldn't do it without you guys. Over 16.
Could have done it without me because I didn't even know you was up for it. So you ain't got to give me no credit. Go ahead.
But
you
16
can keep all
years.
this yourself.
16 years of doing this radio show. We've all been a family, and it's been love. So shout out to my crew, and also shout out to my husband, my daughter, my family. And I have to say thank you to the All Women in Media, the Alliance, for just recognizing women in the industry and empowering them and celebrating their accomplishments. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to Jennifer, to Julie, our premier staff, everybody. Shout out to Rachel. It's a lot of people, so, get ready. I can go on and on and on, but shout out to all my sisters in radio. Shirley, Monica, we all support each other. So there it is.
Well, you deserve it, Carla.
Thank
Other
you.
Gracie winners, Gracie Award winners this year: Niecy Nash, Tamron Hall. So many people. Amy Poehler, so many people. Congratulations again, Carla. Much deserved.
Thank you, Shirley.
We're so proud of you. Yes.
Thank you,
we love
you,
when we get
fam.
awards, right?
Carla Farrell up in this piece.
Hey, watch yourself. You
Yeah.
almost got carried away there,
You
sir.
almost.
What you about to say? Congratulations, Carla.
Yeah, we're happy for you, Carla, always.
When you're in quarantine, it ain't like you got to go to work or nothing, so I've just been at the house just cussing.
Oh, have you? By yourself or
Oh, no,
what,
it's
to the TV?
people around here. No, it's people around here.
People
But
around
you're at
here.
work right now. What you saying? You don't go to work. You're at work right now.
I mean,
He
how
means
you?
leave the
I
house.
just came in here.
It's just I see what
Yeah.
you mean.
He means
You know,
leave the
hey,
house, yeah.
Steve finna go to work. Yeah, I finna go in here.
We all
Yeah,
did
guess
that
I go on in here.
Yeah.
I tried to put on a button-down shirt today instead of a sweatshirt or T-shirt like I've been wearing every day. I tried to put on a button-down shirt. I ain't put on a button-down shirt on so long, I forgot it had buttons on it.
Now, where are you exactly? Are you in your office?
Yeah, I'm in my office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
my
chair
favorite chair.
It's
You
oversized.
got a fly chair.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
really, really big, Steve.
What that cost, Steve? Red with ostrich, all them bumps on it. What all that cost?
Why do you have to ask him that?
Your red ostrich chair, wing back. What that cost, Steve?
He's not saying
Everybody
anything.
else got roller chairs in their office. You
Where
ain't
are
got
you?
that.
You're in your office,
From
Tommy?
Office Depot.
Yeah, we got a chair we put together.
You
That's
better
what
talk.
we got.
Where are you, Tommy? You're in your studio?
I'm in my studio, in my house.
And Carla,
So
you're
now he don't have an office. He has an entire studio designated just to that one damn mic.
Well, that chateau nice, boy.
I got two
Yeah,
mics.
see, that's what happened when you have a chateau. He don't have a house. All his invitations say, "Come out to the chateau."
the chateau. Yes. And it's the way they say it too. The chateau.
I remember you used to just go out to the crib and sing it. No more.
Not
You want
anymore.
to know how much the red chair costs?
All right, Steve. It's time. We got to go to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, and good morning. Okay, after months of appearing to feel that the coronavirus was not that serious by not wearing a mask at press conferences, stuff like that, according to some, at least indirectly supporting those MAGA followers who still insist that COVID-19 is either not as bad as reported or might not even exist. Well, President Trump yesterday admitted to reporters that he's been taking the drug hydroxychloroquine and zinc to protect himself from the virus.
The frontline workers, many are taking it. I happen to be taking it. Hydroxychloroquine. Right now, yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it.
Trump has been promoting that anti-malarial drug as a potential weapon against COVID-19, although scientists say that its effectiveness has not really been proven and that, in fact, there can be serious side effects to taking it, and even death. But to that, Trump says, quote, "I've been taking it for about a week and a half, and I'm still here." Meanwhile, the prestigious medical journal Lancet is urging American voters in an editorial not to re-elect Donald Trump in the fall. The well-respected medical magazines published a scathing editorial pleading with the nation's voters to choose a president who will, quote, understand that the public health should not be guided by partisan politics. And the Lancet also slams Trump for his, quote, inconsistent and incoherent response to the coronavirus pandemic, adding that the Trump administration's obsessed with magic bullets, vaccines, new medicines, or the hope that the virus will simply disappear. More is coming out about the white men who chased and murdered an innocent young black jogger in Brunswick, Georgia in February. Defendant George Michael, he was the father, it was a father and son. He was the father. Anyway, McMichael was a former local cop, and he was an investigator who was apparently stripped of his ability to arrest anybody for failing to complete the required use of force firearms training. And McMichael's suspension for failure to maintain training was his second while working in the local prosecutor's office. Finally, they had to let him go. McMichael's son, Travis, admitted to shooting, by the way, Ahmaud Arbery. Former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich has been disbarred. Blagojevich, released from prison just 3 months ago. He was serving time for conviction for corruption. He was released from jail February 18th after serving just under 8 years of a 14-year prison term because President Trump commuted his sentence. Sadly, Bob Watson, only the second black manager in Major League history, has died. Bob Watson, an all-star as a player with the Houston Astros, spent a couple of seasons with the Yankees. After playing days were over, he became Astros manager. Then a couple of years after that, Yankee manager. Bob Watson, as Yankee manager, helped put together the winning World Series team of 1996, which was the Bronx Bombers' first title since 78.
Yankees win.
Bob Watson was 74. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Steve, as the country starts to reopen, we know that by now most Americans are restless and a little bored, and they are ready to get out of the house. But at the same time, they have been dealing with anxiety, unemployment numbers, and isolation, all while keeping their eyes toward the second wave of COVID-19, because they say that's coming. That could happen in late summer or early fall. So as we approach Memorial Day, that's this weekend, what advice do you want to tell our listeners about getting out and about?
I mean, look, I got it. Listen, I'm not naive. It's a bit more challenging for some people than it is for others. I got that, some places are smaller, a lot more restrictions, might not have outdoor access, a yard, and sometimes you're in a studio apartment, efficiency, condo, and you just can't. And you're in a building, apartment building, you're scared to walk in the hallway, scared to get on the elevator, you don't know. Listen, so I got the clamor and the yearning to get back to normal. But life as we know it will not be back to normal for quite some time. Until there is a cure and a vaccine, there is no way for this to get back to normal. In this country, we have the highest amount of cases of anyone in the world, and we have the highest amount of deaths of anyone in the world. America leads the way in that. Now listen, until they get a vaccine or a cure, you have to do the social distancing, you have to wash your hands, but you cannot overexpose yourself to people because you have no way of knowing. We have not completed enough tests in this country to have anything under control. No one has claimed this is under control. It's flattened, but it flattened because we went inside and practiced social distancing and quarantined ourselves. We are now releasing the people back out into public, which is going to increase the exposure because we still don't know who all got it and who don't have it. So we've got to be smart here, man. Yeah. We just have to.
Yeah. I mean, I hope people are listening to that because, you do see a lot of people without masks, that are not social distancing outside. I mean, you still see that even with your message.
The supermarket is full of that.
Yeah. What you see on TV. Yeah. They're still doing it. No masks, no social distancing. So, I don't know.
You have to wear a mask, man, if you're out in public. Now, if you're going for a walk down the street, I got it. Mm-hmm. But you ain't your ass ain't breathing on me.
Right.
Hey, Mr. Harvey. Yeah, whatever.
Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour in trending sports news, Michael Jordan's Last Dance documentary. We'll talk about what stood out. We're going to talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so Michael Jordan's Last Dance documentary. Guys, what stood out to you most while watching The Last Dance? It's a 10-part documentary. There's so much talking about it. Some people, now Michael, they're more endeared to him. Some people say he was a bully, all of that. What do you guys think?
That's people that says he was a bully is just punks. Just little punk ass people.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
He's a
He's a
bully.
perfectionist.
Yes.
Dog. The dude required winning cost.
Yes.
And if you wanted to win and he knew what it cost, you had to pay. What I came to really respect about him was Michael Jordan honored his calling. His calling was to be the greatest basketball player of all time. That was his calling. He wasn't an activist. And I used to say, man, I wish Jordan would speak. But you know what, man? That wasn't what he was here for. He globalized basketball.
Right.
He put basketball on the map globally with the Dream Team. He single-handedly raised the salaries of players to where they are today. He is the greatest aerial exhibitionist to lace up sneakers. And it created this whole era of players now. And he won 6 titles in an era when basketball was for men. And I'm not saying they're not men now, but it was a rough game.
Yeah.
And this dude right here excelled. That was my greatest takeaway for him. That Michael did not owe us to become a person. He didn't owe that to us. He sacrificed his life to give to the game of basketball, which changed the NBA. And I had to go, wow, that's an incredible thing to be on a person.
Yes. And we don't know, you're talking about, I think when you said they were mad at him, because I watched it too, they were mad at him because he didn't support Carolina Senate candidate Harvey Gantt.
Guy that was up against Jesse
Harvey
Helms.
Gantt. Yeah, I think his name was Harvey Gantt. Anyway, but he didn't come out and speak publicly for him and endorse him. But he did contribute money to his campaign, and we don't know what Michael Jordan did with his money behind the scenes, who he contributed to, or what causes, or anything. Because,
I'll tell you, he gave a lot of money. His foundation has helped a lot of people.
Yeah,
he really does. He just don't tout it. He got rid of his foundation at one point and said, why am I paying people to give my money away? And so him and Juanita just started giving the money away, And so I came away with a whole new level of respect. Fellas, what y'all take away from it?
I'm not mad at Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan's a perfectionist. I think he did what it took to be perfect in the game. He was perfect at it, and it took a lot. He put all the energy in it took to be perfect, and that's just how he displayed himself. I don't think I put that much energy in a stand-up comic to be perfect. I haven't done that. He is perfect.
Not a perfect man, but
down.
a perfect basketball player.
At the game, perfect. I don't think there's any man that's perfect. None of us.
I don't think there's anybody perfect at anything. I think he was the best that there ever was. I mean, he worked harder on the perfection of it aspect, like Tommy's saying, than anybody. And his will to win, he
will to win.
That was it.
His mental toughness, man. You have to give him that. His mental
and
toughness.
he expected everybody
through
to
the
be
process.
Like
He said, why would I think about a shot I never took? Why would I miss it? He thought he could make every shot.
And he darn near did.
And he want that ball when that clock going down.
Yes.
He wanted it.
I've seen people run from that ball. Don't throw it to me. LeBron was like that for a minute. LeBron used to not want the ball with the last 10 seconds. I've seen
What
it.
is that moaning for?
You ain't supposed to say that.
I know I ain't supposed to, but I said it.
2 years in, I saw it. I remember that. But LeBron grew into the champion.
He grew into it.
Man.
You know, Magic grew into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jordan grew into it because Detroit was just whooping his behind.
All right, coming up next, nephew in the building with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, I don't have a good feeling about this. I don't have a good feeling about this. Right now, though, nephew in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff? What you got?
You not graduating.
Huh?
You not graduating.
What?
You not graduating.
This ain't the time for that. This ain't the time.
This is the time.
Like Carla says. Stop playing.
You're not graduating. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Trevon, please.
This him? Who is this?
This is my name is Joseph. I work over in Student Affairs. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, you're supposed to be. This is your 5th year here at the university. You're graduating in the next 7-8 days. Am I right?
Yes, sir. I'll be out of this joint.
Okay. Listen, I'm giving you a call. We got a bit of a problem here that we want to try and discuss with you, and maybe we can get you over at Student Affairs and come in and have a meeting with us, but we wanted to bring it to your attention. Now, you took one of your last subjects was English, and you had an English exam with you guys are writing an essay. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. It seems that we got some problems here that the professor there is actually insinuating that you may have cheated on this essay that you've actually written.
What? Cheated? No.
From what he's telling us here at Student Affairs is that you may have plagiarized some things that were in your essay.
Dude, I didn't plagiarize nothing that was in the essay. Everything is documented like it should be. So I don't know what you're talking about, especially cheating on no exam or no paper, nothing like that. You must got me mixed up with somebody else.
No, not at all. You're actually Mr. Trevon, correct?
I mean, that's me, but I didn't cheat on no exam or no paper for that matter.
Okay, well, let me try to bring you up to speed here, Trevon. What we're going to need is we're going to need you to actually come in and talk to us over here at Student Affairs so we can try to get this thing rectified. But I will let you know it's going to take a few more days longer than graduation. So as of right now, you're actually not going to be walking and graduating with the rest of the students.
What, man, you got me messed up. What you mean I'm not going to be walking?
Well, until we get this situation rectified here, you're not going to be graduating with the rest of the students. Now,
man, I don't know what y'all got to do, but y'all need to figure it out and find out what the problem is. Man, I didn't cheat on no exam. The hell you talking about, dude? My family is coming down here, and you talking about I cheated on an English exam. The hell I look like cheating on an exam for, and I'm getting ready to graduate. Man, now, y'all need to fix it like right now, like today while we on the phone.
We can't do that. It's a sensitive subject, and like I said, it seems like it's plagiarism. You know, if we can get you to actually come over to Student Affairs next Wednesday.
Man, you got me up. What you mean next Wednesday, dude? I'm graduating in a few days. What you talking about next Wednesday, man? Like, why my professor didn't give me a call? Why are you calling me?
Sir, this is not something that professors actually take care of. This is a student affairs situation. Now, and it's a very sensitive situation. Now, what we want to do is try to get this thing taken care of. And if what you're saying is actually true, then you'll probably graduate in August when we have the next...
You got me. I'm telling you right now, this is some... You got me August? Man, I'm graduating this semester. I've been here too long to go through some my last few weeks of school, and you talking about August?
Sir,
I ain't even trying to hear, dude. I'm not trying to hear what you got to say, man. I'm not even trying to hear what you got to say, man. My family is coming down here from everywhere to see me graduate. Man, I'm the first to graduate from my family. You talking about I cheated on the paper? A paper, dude? A paper? Man, you got me up, man. My mama worked 2 and 3 jobs to see me through this school, and now I'm getting ready to graduate, and you talking about I gotta wait until August to graduate? Man, hell no. I'm on my way to the office right now, and you can tell whoever the professor is that I'm on my way, and he needs to be there too.
Sir, all I can really tell you is that we can try and get this thing rectified as early as next Wednesday.
Man, what's your name again? And where's your office?
I'm at Student Affairs. I'm Joseph.
Okay. So I'm about to get in my car right now, and I'm about to come over there, and we're going to handle this today. And how you singling me out? Cheating on the exam or paper, man? What is that?
Sir, all they're saying is the professor's saying that there's a possibility of plagiarism here.
Man, are you kidding me, dude? I've been here 5 years. I'm the first male to graduate from college, man. My grandma is 82 years old, and she coming here to see me graduate. And you telling me some about cheating on the paper, and I gotta wait till August to graduate? Man, that man, you tell that professor to come to your office right now because I'm already in my car on my way to come to your office, and we gonna handle this today. That man, you got me.
Sir, I don't have any more room on my schedule to actually pull anybody in today.
You gonna call me with like this? Talking about you ain't got room on your schedule? Man, hell no. Mr. Whatever your name is, I'm on my way to your office right now, and all I got to tell you, and I'm telling you up front, it's gonna be a problem if I ain't graduating in a few days. You got to deal with me. You got to deal with my family, my mama. We don't play that, man. You got to stop.
Sir, is there a possibility that maybe you plagiarized and didn't know that you did that?
Dude, man, what the you mean? The paper was over some that I already knew.
Sir, can I tell you one more thing, and then I'll actually.
You can't tell me a thing. You already called me with some something I can't graduate with my class after I done been in this for 5 years, then sacrifice and study my off, and you telling me I can't graduate until August? You ain't got to tell me.
I do have one more thing I need to tell you, and then I'll let you be on your way, okay?
Man, go ahead.
Can I tell you what I want to tell you?
Dude, go ahead. I'm telling you.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got prank phone called by your best friend, Brian.
What? Hello? Man, dude, somebody gonna playing jokes like that, dude. Man, do you know how hard I worked in school to get out this 5 years? 5 years. Man, I'm telling you.
Man, you are the first black male in your family to graduate from college. You're doing it big, boy.
Man, I know, man. It's been a journey, bro. I can tell you it's been a journey, man.
I got one more thing to ask you, baby. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Man, it's that Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You can't play with nobody about their diploma now. You can't do that. You can't.
No, especially not now, Tommy.
Not right. I understand. But there's a purpose for it. And the purpose for the call was to prank, was to create friction. That's why we do this.
That was your purpose?
Yeah.
That's my purpose.
You lived in your purpose at that moment.
My purpose is whatever it is that you desire so much. I'm coming to call. I'm calling you to crush it and take it from you. I love it. I love it.
Sad. Who do you want to prank that you haven't? Who's on your list? Besides your uncle, you pranked him.
I ain't gonna never do that no more. That ain't gonna happen no more. Oh my God.
That cussing out you got.
That was the worst.
Was it worth it?
The bloodshed that almost happened that day.
Yes. But who's on your list though?
Then take the warning. You play too much.
Yeah.
Like I'd like to prank like a Don Lemon.
Oh, that'd be good.
I'd like to prank a Don Lemon. That would be good.
This ain't time right now, though. He busy.
Yeah, he busy right now.
He busy.
Stephen A. Smith, great prank.
Oh, that would be
a good
That's
one.
a great prank.
Any suggestions for him, Steve?
No, I like, to prank ignorant people.
Oh, just regular
where
people.
know the reaction gonna be nice.
Like an ignorant prank that would be great that I would never do is Mike Tyson. Like I would never do that.
Go ahead and prank him.
No.
He been in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Have you pranked Earthquake?
No.
That'd be a good one. Mike Epps be another good one.
Oh yeah.
Mike
I'm
Epps
talking
is
about
great.
where I know you gonna get cussed
You
out.
could do a whole CD on just pranking comedians, Tom.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's perfect.
Hey dog, you ought to
All right.
prank
Pat
Lil
Williams.
Duval.
All right, we got to go. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter. Subject, I don't have a good feeling about this. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, I don't have a good feeling about this. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm ready to call off my engagement, but I need your advice first. My fiance and I are both divorced, and our first marriages were terrible. I've been working on my issue so I can be a better wife this time. My fiance, on the other hand, does not think he has anything to work on. But he admitted to cheating on his first wife, so he's got some baggage. Now, after 5 years of being with him, I think he's cheating on me. All of a sudden, his behavior changed. He started coming home from work later than usual with no logical excuse. Then one morning in late March, as he left the house, he said he would be in a mandatory training at work all day and he wouldn't have access to his phone. I figured he was lying, but I don't want to be paranoid and crazy like I was with my ex-husband. My fiance came home from his work training an hour late and my craziness kicked in. He started making small talk about his hectic day, and I told him to let me see his phone. He gave me his phone, and I checked his text messages and call logs. There was nothing there. He had deleted every last one of his texts and cleared his call log. I told him he was looking really guilty of something, and he made up a lie about his calls and texts being deleted when his phone did a software update. He kept on nervously talking and lying about his day, and I called him on the BS. Since that day, I've been sleeping in our guest room. I refused to enter into another bad marriage, and I told him we need to sell the house and split up. He swears he hasn't cheated, and all of a sudden, he's willing to work on some of his flaws. Should I move on and leave this liar, or wait to see if he's willing to change?
God.
What was that? All right, I mean, this is a crazy, crazy situation here. I think you left out a lot of stuff. But I always say and think that one thing is clear, and that is when a man changes his behavior. You didn't say specifically what he's been doing, but, you know, when he changes his behavior, like get new underwear or starts wearing new cologne, things like that, you can best believe that something is going on. And he's done it before. So, and you're a woman. So, you know, you have a feeling about these things. A lot of times if you suspect it, a lot of times it's happening, all right? Especially in this kind of situation. I think the problem is you say you called him on his BS, but nothing really happened. You're just sleeping in the guest room. You're still there. You guys are still together. You're asking us for advice. You did tell him to sell the house and that you guys should split up, but still nothing happened. You guys are still there. You're still living in the same house. He wants to work it out. You've been together 5 years. You know, I mean, he's changed his behavior. You haven't really found any proof. Not that you really, really need proof, but I mean, he just handed you his phone when you asked for it. So, I mean, guys don't usually do that unless they've done what you say he did, clear everything out. They usually keep that phone pretty close to them on all occasions. The only time they don't is when they're not doing something. So I think, yeah, probably something is going on. Again, you've known him for 5 years. If you want to sell the house and split up, then that's what you need to do, but you're still there. I mean, so he's going to think that he can still cheat and stay there. So you need to make up your mind what you want to do. Okay? Steve?
Lord.
Are you okay?
God, just listening to this. What the hell do a man have to do? Good Lord.
Okay.
Let's just look at this letter briefly from the standpoint of if. Let's go. My fiance, I've been working on some things. We both had divorces, first marriage. I've been working on my issues so I could be a better wife this time. So obviously she did something where she wasn't a good wife. Then she says, my fiance on the other hand does not think he got anything to work on. All right. You know, maybe he don't. But he admitted
Really?
to cheating on his first wife, so he got some baggage. Okay, what baggage? Like, men don't have baggage about that. If we cheated on you, that ain't baggage to us. That's just something that happened. So we ain't bringing that with us. That just popped off. Okay. I'm just reading the letter as suppose he telling the truth. Now, after 5 years of being with him, I think he's cheating on me. All of a sudden, his behavior changed. He started coming home from work later than usual with no logical excuses. What is a logical excuse? Because I want to know what that is versus an illogical excuse. Because I need to know the difference. So what?
Well, if he had to work late, I mean, surely he would have proof that he was at the office working
What
late.
What kind of proof you gonna have? I was there.
Yeah, well, I mean...
I just told you I was there.
He can bring in other people to corroborate that. You know that, right?
What? Ain't nobody finna bring nobody to the house. Baby, Mac, tell her wasn't we at work.
Not a dude.
We not finna do that.
He was with me.
Then one morning in late March, as he left for the house, he said he'd be in a mandatory training at work all day, and he couldn't have access to his phone. That sounds fair.
That sounds like a bald-faced lie.
Jay, mandatory training, you ain't gonna have access to your phone all day. Sound like what? I figured he was lying, but I ain't want to be paranoid and crazy like I was with my ex. He came home from work training an hour late, and my craziness kicked in. Now, I'll be right back. So far, he ain't done nothing.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, I don't have a good feeling about this. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Yeah. They both divorced. They fiance now. She been working on the issues so she could be a better wife this time. Obviously, she wasn't the first time. Fiance don't think he got nothing to work on. He good. But he admitted to cheating on his first wife, so he got some baggage. What baggage? I just want to ask, what is the baggage?
Did you just hear her? She just said cheating. To her, that's baggage.
But see, what is the baggage? I'm just
he's
asking.
A cheater?
That ain't baggage to a man.
Okay, well, it is to a woman. She's
okay.
talking
I'm
about
just telling you, he's
woman
got
wrote
some
the letter.
baggage. He just said, on the other hand, he don't think he got anything to work on. Now, 5 years of being with, I think he's cheating on me. All of a sudden, his behavior changed. Shirley said, like, if he's buying new underwear, that ain't in the damn letter. Being changed. He started coming home from work later than usual with no logical excuse. What is an illogical excuse? See, he ain't got a logical excuse. You would have accepted an illogical excuse? Hello?
That's not what she's saying.
I'm just asking you, though.
He doesn't have any reason for being out late other than he's probably with someone else or she suspects him of cheating.
And what did he say to her?
Yeah, what did he say to her? Why did he say he was late?
That ain't in the letter.
Well, I said she left a lot of stuff out, and she did. He was
right.
working
there
late.
You go. Now, then one morning, as he left the house, he said he'd be in a mandatory training at work all day, and he wouldn't have access to his phone. Okay. I done been in that before.
Mandatory, sure.
I was in mandatory training on the Ivanhoe Chemical Plant. We didn't even have cell phones.
Yeah, back then.
Hello.
Nobody did.
So was I cheating then? No.
Well, we don't know that now, do we?
No, I didn't have no phone.
Good
Hello.
Lord.
I figured he was lying, but I didn't want to be paranoid and crazy like I was with my ex-husband. Okay, so that's her issue. Paranoid and crazy.
To her.
My fiance came home from work training an hour late, and my craziness kicked in.
Yes.
This why she don't need to be married. All this damn craziness just kicking in. As soon as he do something.
She is not crazy.
He started making small talk about his hectic day. I told him to let me see his phone. Here go the good part. He gave me his phone. I checked his text messages and call logs. There was nothing there. But except her paranoia and craziness that had kicked in. There was nothing there.
He deleted them.
He deleted every last one of his texts and cleared his call log.
Yeah, so what we talking about?
Come on, what we talking about?
Whatever.
Nothing
Whatever.
there.
Don't try it. Don't try it.
I told
You know
him he
better.
was looking really guilty of something. He made up a lie about his calls in Texas being deleted when his phone did a software update.
God, that's not
Mine
even a
do that.
good lie.
Mine do that.
Mine do that too.
That's
Because
not
when I
even a
do
good
my
lie.
software update,
hate
my
when
phone
niggas
ain't
have
ever the
software
same.
updates.
I don't
Not
even
even
like
a
doing
good
updates.
lie.
He kept on nervously talking and lying about his day, and I called him on the
lying?
BS. My paranoia and craziness called him on the BS. Since that day, I've been sleeping in our guest room. I refused to enter into another bad marriage, and I told him we need to sell the house and split up. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
dog.
Now, you want to sell the house, split up?
But
I'm
she's
cool
still
with that.
there.
What do nervously talking sound like, Steve?
Baby, yeah, I was all up in that meeting. I was at training. I was training. I was just in there just training. Yeah, I was so tired of training all day. They was asking me them questions. I had them answers
That's
for the
why.
training. And, because I was ready all day. It was mandatory, mandatory training. And that's what I did. I was just in there, boy. I was
Like she doesn't know when you're lying.
Man, I was in there, boy. Well, girl, you ain't never been to like mandatory training. See, y'all just go to training.
It's
But
been
that
voluntary.
mandatory training, yeah, we had to be up in there, man. I was all up in there, woo.
Right.
Oh, man. I was, woo.
What did you learn?
Jesus.
What did you learn?
Oh, man, just all types of training stuff. How to get trained.
Yeah.
Then we was working on the other part of training, and then learning how to be trained, and then they had me come up front, and then I trained.
Oh, somebody else.
Man,
You're the man.
I think I
You're the
did
man.
pretty good, So they were kind of talking to me about a different position. Baby, this could be something for us. And so anyway, he swears he hasn't cheated, and all of a sudden he's willing to work on some of his flaws. Should I move on and leave this liar, or wait to see if he's willing to change? Well, if you're so sure about it, just leave him. Put the house up for sale, like you said, and split. And then you don't have to worry about if he's a liar. How about that?
But something is keeping her there, right? Because she's just talking right now.
Because she knows her paranoia and craziness.
She,
That paranoia crazy is something else, Shirley. See, Shirley, you just been crazy.
she called herself that. He didn't.
I know Carla is crazy. Y'all
Yeah,
ain't
you
really
all think
y'all
all
don't
women
do
are crazy.
paranoia. Monica paranoia. Now, if y'all put y'all together, you have this lady in the letter.
All right, look. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, are you itching? Speaking of crazy, are you itching to do something crazy when all this is over? We're going to talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so guys, we've been quarantined for quite a while now. Are you itching, though, to just get out and do something crazy? Junior?
What?
I want to start with you.
Man, I've been here so long. Yeah, I'm willing to get caught. I want to do something real crazy.
Like what?
Like, I want to do stuff that black folks come up missing. Like, I want to do crazy stuff like that. Like quail watching with crackling. Just going quail watching.
Quail watching.
Quail watching.
I'm going to be outside.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna be way out
Quail
there.
watching with crackling.
Crackling, that's what I
Yeah,
thought he
get
said.
some crackling, go out there. That's what they do it on the hunting show I've been watching.
They eat crackling.
Yeah, they eating crackling, quail watching.
Oh, I thought, okay.
Okay, Junior.
Steve was concerned.
Junior, you mean quail hunting?
Same thing. I'm in here.
You either
but
watching
you're-
or hunting. Which one are they doing?
Who the hell go
watching.
watch quail?
I don't know.
Who
That ain't no
hunts them?
pretty ass
People eat
bird
them.
to watch. You
Yeah,
eat
like
quail.
Wait, like I know. I don't know what they doing with quail.
That's what they doing. Huh? I
They
don't
eat
know.
them and eat their eggs. The little bitty teeny weeny eggs.
Yeah.
But this Junior's
Well,
list.
It
Wait, what's
is.
this
It
stuff I
is.
wanna do?
He said
else
stuff
you
that
gonna
black
do?
people normally don't do. That's the
Yeah.
check right there.
Yeah, what else, Junior?
What else?
Looking for Bigfoot, going.
He's on that commercial and his name is Daryl,
Go-
not Bigfoot.
I'm
We
going.
found that out.
That was
Looking for
funny.
Bigfoot.
That
Own
was
it.
funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
My
out there.
name is Daryl.
My name is Daryl. What'd you
I
call
can't
me?
believe they out there looking for this thing, man.
All right, come on. This is a tough one. Do I want Steve to go last, or do I want...
Come on, Tommy, what you gonna do, Tommy?
Come on, Steve.
I want to go running at
Tommy.
midnight naked. That's what I want.
See,
just to
I
be,
should have...
just
I
to
should've
feel
said
free.
Steve. I knew it. I knew it.
And you know what, too, Tommy? Nudity has gone up since people been
Oh,
quarantined.
yeah.
They've been walking around the house naked.
Oh, his favorite show is Naked and Afraid. So,
Yeah.
I watch that, boy. They be having some dirt on their ass, don't they?
yes.
Boy, they be looking filthy. I be going, you don't get down to a creek and wash your ass off or something. Man.
So come on, Steve. What do you want to do?
That's what I want to do. I want to go. That's what I'm gonna do as soon as quarantine over.
What?
I'm gonna go and sign up for the show Naked and Afraid XL.
XL?
Extra long.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna be when I get on the show. So.
You're gonna need some calamine lotion is what you gonna need.
Man, I wish I would be sitting up somewhere ass naked for 21 days, walking around with another naked person. You got to be out your rabbit. You know what's crazy to me? You don't win nothing. There ain't no cash prize.
You just naked.
Dog, you just sitting up in that nigga bugs eating your ass up.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me itch.
Freezing, hungry, eating anything crawling.
All right.
I'm gonna fry these grasshoppers tonight. Yeah, you gonna die.
All right. Coming up at the top of the hour, more trending news. We'll talk about your foundation, Steve. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, you're doing such great things with your virtual mentoring program by helping the young men realize their potential. Some people would just say you're doing God's work right now. You're helping young men as they prepare for a strong and productive future. Yesterday, during your virtual Monday mentoring session, Kirk Franklin was your surprise guest for one of your mentees, a 9-year-old boy. He's a bass player named Aaron. Take a listen to Kirk's reaction to little Aaron playing the bass to Kirk's song, Love Theory.
What's up, boy? He's bad. God made him special, and he hasn't even seen all the great things that life is going to give him because he's here for a purpose.
This boy was 9 years old.
Yeah.
From Slovenia, whatever it is.
Okay.
He's 9. He doesn't speak English. His brother translates for him. His brothers are older. He's like 22. He's a music producer. His brother's 9. The 9-year-old boy watched me a clip on my Apollo show with the kids back in the day. Okay. A little black boy came on and did Bow Wow. He fell in love with the clip. That's all he watched. He picked up the bass and started playing bass. His favorite music is black gospel music. The boy speaks no English. He was playing Kirk Franklin's Love Theory. Hitting it. His favorite artist is Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, and somebody else. But he could play everything. So he played for me, Kool and the Gang's Too Hot. How he know that?
Yeah.
At 9.
All he know is black music. And the little kid was fascinated. He's a huge fan of Kirk Franklin's. And when Kirk Franklin came on, his mouth just fell open. Aww. And his brother translates for him. It was just a really interesting thing, man. So it's just, we just trying to, just mentoring, man, and just giving boys from all walks of life a different view. When young people see other young people succeeding, it can inspire them. When they find out they're getting bullied, man, I got this one kid I'm trying to help right now. As soon as I get it together, I think it's going to be one of our top stories that we're going to do. This boy, I think I sent you all the video.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to look at it. I didn't look at it.
Yeah,
it's a horrible video.
Yeah, it's very hard.
It's a horrible video.
Really
oh yeah, man, a lot of boys.
That's
but
good,
you're
there
mentoring
for 'em.
Mondays, you're doing great. It's picking up steam even more and more. Did you think that it was going to be as successful so quickly as it
I just
out to be?
I didn't, man. I just really thought, we changed some boys' lives, mostly on the foundation page. I didn't know it was going to get loose on Facebook. I didn't think it was going to have the millions of hits that it's had. I just didn't. I just didn't foresee it. And a couple of the story the other week of the 14-year-old boy that we paid for at school, that got picked up by CBS News.
Really?
You know? Yeah, it was on CBS.
There's an article also on it in Black Enterprise, Steve, about your mentoring. I just read it last week.
Yeah, and it's really catching on. You know, I didn't intend for it to do that. I mean, I'm grateful that it is, because I just need the more eyeballs I can get on it, the more attention we can draw to just how effective mentoring can be from anybody. If you're a man and you grab a young boy and you tell him how to become a man, you'll have his undivided attention. You don't have to be rich, none of that, man. This dudes that just wanna know. And if you could just give them some guidance or be their friend, take them to a game or something, go to the park with him, help him work on his jumper, get the rebound for him. You know, anything, man. It's just a great thing, you know.
And in the quarantine, you're finding that you don't have to physically be there, you know.
Yeah.
That's another
which is
lesson.
That's another plus.
Really, that's really a surprising plus, too.
Right, exactly. A pleasant surprise. All right, so you can go to harvey.foundation on Instagram to check out the virtual mentoring sessions. They are there for you, all right? And thank you, Steve. I know that was fun seeing Kirk. All right, wow. This show is going by fast, huh? Coming up, more of today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, apparently the third time was not a charm for R. Kelly. 3 times now, okay? A Brooklyn federal judge denied his third request for freedom in the midst of...
asking the same. What is this about? What part of no?
What is it about? He wants to get out.
When you hear no, though, why do we keep asking his same? Are you asking it a different way? It's the same thing. It's no. It's hell no.
He's
Stop.
trying to touch his dream, too.
He didn't touch his dream. That's his problem.
Yes. This time, Kelly asked to get out because he's pre-diabetic and could be at risk if he contracts the virus, okay? It was Judge Ann Donnelly. She ruled that Kelly is still a flight risk and poses a danger to the community.
Yes.
And as far as his diagnosis, she said while the CDC has identified diabetes as a risk factor for COVID-19, the same is not true for pre-diabetic. She did her homework too, Tommy and Carla. A condition that affects nearly 1 in 3 American adults. He tried to get out because of his age and his recent hernia surgery.
He know them kids finna be out for the summer. Ain't nobody crazy. Ain't nobody
Tommy,
crazy.
You're not getting out, R. Kelly.
What?
You're not getting out.
Or he can just go on and double up on that commissary, eat a couple extra pack of cookies a day. Get out that pre-diabetic range. Just don't let it kick in.
We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Because I'll take some diabetes before I go to prison.
Coming up in 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so in today's Tell Me Something Good segment, here is some wonderful, fantastic, beautiful news, all right? We gotta say, stop everything, say congratulations to our very own Carla Farrell. That's right. Carla is the winner. She's one of the winners of the 45th Annual Gracie Awards presented by the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation. The Gracie Awards recognizes more than 100 of the most talented women in television, radio, and digital media. Congratulations, Carla.
Wow.
Thanks, girl.
Carla Farrell in the building.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ting, acceptance speech.
Well, thank you to my crew. I couldn't do it without you guys. Over 16?
Could have done it without me because I didn't even know you was up for it. So you ain't got to give me no credit. Go ahead.
But
you
16
can keep all
years.
this yourself.
16 years of doing this radio show. We've all been a family, and it's been love. So shout out to my crew, and also shout out to my husband, my daughter, my family. And I have to say thank you to the All Women in Media, the Alliance, for just recognizing women in the industry and empowering them and celebrating their accomplishments. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to Jennifer, to Julie, our premiere staff, everybody. Shout out to Rachel. There's a lot of people, so, get ready. I can go on and on and on, but shout out to all my sisters in radio. Shirley, Monica, we all support each other. So there it is.
Well, you deserve it, Carla. Other
you.
Gracie Award winners this year: Niecy Nash, Tamron Hall. So many people. Amy Poehler, so many people. Congratulations again, Carla. Much deserved.
Thank you, Shirley,
We're
girl.
so proud of you. Yes.
Thank you,
We love when we get
fam.
awards, right?
Carla
Yeah.
Farrell up in this piece.
Hey, watch yourself. You
Yeah.
almost got carried away there,
Yeah,
sir.
almost.
What about to say? Congratulations, Carla.
Yeah, we're happy for you, Carla, always.
You know, when you're in quarantine, it ain't like you got to go to work or nothing, so I've just been at the house just cussing.
Oh, have you? By yourself?
Oh, no,
What,
it's
to the
people,
TV?
people around here. No, it's people around here.
People
Great
around
But you
here.
at work right now. What you saying? You don't go to work. You're at work right now.
I mean, you know,
He
how
means
you?
leave the
I
house.
just came in here.
It's just I see what
Yeah.
you mean.
He means
You know,
leave the
hey,
house, yeah.
Steve finna go to work. Y'all finna go in here.
We all
Yeah,
did.
guess how I go on in here.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to put on a button-down shirt today instead of a sweatshirt or T-shirt like I've been wearing every day. I tried to put on a button-down shirt. I ain't put on a button-down shirt on so long, I forgot it had buttons on it.
Now, where are you exactly? Are you in your office?
Yeah, I'm in my office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
my
chair
favorite chair.
It's
You got a fly
oversized.
chair. What that cost, Steve? Red with ostrich, all them bumps on it. What all that cost?
Why do you have to ask him that? Coming up next, our last break of the day.
It's the last break of the day.
You sound like you're in pain right now. And we'll have some closing remarks at 49 minutes after from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, guys. Last break of the day. It's been a pretty good day. Carla winning her Gracie Award. Congratulations again, girl.
Congratulations, Carla, for real.
Thank y'all. Thank
You
y'all,
deserve
Cruise.
that, for sure.
Thank you, Shirley.
For sure, for
Hey,
sure.
Well, the one thing about an award of recognition, they don't recognize you if you're not doing anything.
That's true.
You know, you have to be doing something to get recognized for it. They don't just randomly look people up and say, hey, come get this award. And you go down there for what? For your work with breast cancer or your work with the young girls. Or, when was I doing that? No. They know.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Carla.
Thank you, Steve.
Congrats,
Thank you
Carla.
very much.
Much deserving.
I love you guys. Thank you for that. Appreciate you.
All right, Steve,
Yeah.
now your turn. You've gotten
Hey,
a
you
lot
know
of
what?
awards in your life, for sure.
And I've been very fortunate. And I've also been very fortunate during this coronavirus period. I was taking an inventory of every blessing that God had given to me since the quarantine, lockdown, work stoppage all began. And it really got me a bit emotional because I went, wow, man, God is so good to me. And I was watching something my wife had gave to me the other day. This morning I was watching Joel Olsteen's last sermon. And I don't remember the name of the sermon, but it was about power thinking and how to think power thoughts. I was listening to him, man, and it made so much sense. It reaffirmed a lot of things that I was thinking, but you know, Joel Olsteen has a really, really special way of phrasing things that kind of makes having a walk a really, really simple thing. He was talking specifically about this coronavirus period and how you can come out of this thing better than when you went into it. And it doesn't matter what your current circumstances are. If you just make an attitude adjustment, if you just start working on the powerful thinking, power thoughts, if you erase what you think negatively. Now look, nobody cannot think negatively at times. We're human. I mean, come on, okay? Look, sometimes you're sitting there and sometimes thoughts creep into your mind that's not positive. It happens to every living soul. So I'm not saying get rid of all negative thinking, but I am saying that you can control it though. You have the right to decide what you focus on and what you don't focus on. And I'll tell you one thing, the thing that you focus on is the thing you're going to have to deal with the most. And if you would just start, when negative thoughts come into your mind, if you would just work on replacing them with positive thoughts. Listen to me, y'all. Again, I'm not saying you're not going to have negative thoughts, because everybody has them. But you can control whether they stick around and take root. See, negative thoughts, if you let them set in, if you let them take root, they grow and they turn into negative situations and negative problems. And negative situations and negative problems always have a negative outcome and a negative result. So what you have to do is, when you have these negative thoughts, if you have to start replacing them with power thoughts. One of the things that Joel Olsteen said was, he said, stop listening to what people say about you and start listening to what God says about you. See, God says that you are great. God says that you are worthy. God says that you were created in his own image. God says that you were created to be prosperous and bountiful. That's what God said about you. God did not say you were going to have a life of misery and fail and never recover and fall and can't get up. No, God promised to be a very present help in a time of trouble. And I'm telling you, during this crisis, if you change the way you think, you can change your outcome. I'll give you an example. There are some people here in this crisis who are going to lose their job. Some jobs are not coming back. Now, if you're sitting there going, oh man, I lost my job ain't never coming back, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Suppose you replace that thought with, well, Lord, you done closed this door. You must want me to go up another door. You must want me to walk through another door. Go up the hall. Sometimes losing your job is to get you in a position to get you to a better job and a better position, maybe to spur you to go on and open up a business or do something that you've always dreamed of doing. Because, remember a while back I said, everybody I know that's successful has jumped. But let me say this to you though. Sometimes the jump comes in the form of a push. And sometimes this pandemic has pushed a lot of us. And it's pushed us into where God may want us to be. But you've got to look at the bright side. You've got to look at the upside. Stop thinking, oh, woe is me, this is it. It ain't nothing, man. There's no problem that you have that's bigger than God. The coronavirus is not bigger or more powerful than God. The pandemic is not bigger or more powerful than God. It's just not. And you got to stop giving up the power that God has given us through creating us through his image and give it back to the pandemic. What the pandemic gonna do to you that you ain't survived already? Are you kidding me? What? Man, come on. Change your negative thoughts and replace them with power thoughts. Stop listening to what they say about you and start listening to what God says about you. Those are my closing remarks.
Ooh, let the church say amen.
Amen.
Amen. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.